Welcome to DWBIADDA channel. Please subscribe for latest training videos.
Welcome to DWBIADDA Angular tutorials. Today we are going to discuss more about the custom pipes. Here we have created one custom pipe named pipe size. This custom pipe basically is getting value from the HTML and processing that value, change that value according to the requirements. So this has been generated through the command prompt. So let's open the command prompt. So this is our command prompt, and we have compiled the project successfully. So we need to stop this, and we will write here ng generate pipe and the pipe name. So this is our pipe name. Hit enter. As I have already generated the pipe, I'm not generating it again. So let's see in the code. So this is the pipe I have generated through command line. So here I have changed the code a bit. I just undo it. Let me explain you that this is the TS file, and this is how we use pipe, even if it is custom or the normal pipe. So this is the value we get when we use pipe. This value is the value of the variable with which we use the pipe. So here I am changing the code. So I will save it. Here we will get the value from the HTML, and value is passed to this. We have a variable NUSTR, and then we are looping the value, and we are storing the last character from last to front into this new variable NUSTR. After we have already we have finished changing the position of all the characters from front to back, then we are returning it. Basically this pipe is reversing the string from front to back. So after saving it, and this is how I am using it. Let's see this. So here there is one important thing, that we need to add this pipe into the app.module.ts. So the same selector will be used with the name, and there is a variable called name to which I have given the value patty. This is the default value, and this variable name patty will be reversed through this pipe. So we will just compile npm start this project. So now the project is compiling. So here it is been loaded properly, and you can see the value patty has been reversed, as we have passed this value initially to the pipe and it got reversed. So inside the code, here we have passed the value, and in the pipe code we are going to console.log the initial value which we have received from HTML. So value is the variable which has been used here, so we are putting it in console.log. So now we will see this value as in browser's console. Here the project is compiling. It's being reloaded. So here you can see the simple value petty has been passed, and after that it has been passed, it has been reversed, which we can see inside the code. So with this way we can achieve a lot of different objectives. So you see this initial name value has been reversed to this pipe. This initial name value has been set here. So we can achieve a lot of objectives. We can add, delete, or change the format. You see this way we can, like, there are endless of ways that we can do manipulation to the strings. The new str is the variable which has reversed the value, which I have already explained to you. So in the next part we will discuss about the child components. So what are child components? Child components are component which render themselves inside the parent component. So first we need to generate a child component. Here we will write ng generate component and the component name. So here we are going to take the component name first child. So it is not necessary to take child inside the name of the component. It's just the uh, notation so that we get to know that this is the child. So we will press enter, and there will be 4 files generated after it will finish. One is ESS file, one is TS file, one is spec.ts file. Spec.ts file is for testing purposes, but TS, HTML, and CSS file are the files which we are going to use. So here are these 4 files, and so here is the CSS file. So now we will npm start the project so that we can make changes inside the code to check. So you see inside the code, here is the component which we have just generated, and here are its files. So inside first component is written first child component works. So this is the selector which we are going to use, and we need to add this component into the app.module.ts, and it should be in declarations part. As you can see, it has been already done by the command ng generate. So if you are not generating it, you need to add it. So now wherever we will put that selector, the HTML which we are changing here will get rendered. So I have changed this with h1 tag so that it should be visible. So now this is the h1 tag. I have wrote some text in between, and wherever we use the selector as a tag within the HTML, there this HTML will get rendered. So we are going to render this HTML inside the home component. So this is the selector which we are going to write. We just copy it, and now we will just go to the first component, home component. So here we are going to write that selector as an HTML tag. You see, so I have started the tag, closed the tag. Now save this. Now we'll go to the browser and see that how it gets rendered. Here we are. Here is the selector in between. And so this is app home is the selector. Between this selector, it is going to render itself. So, and this HTML will be rendered, and this selector will be its child selector. So if you so this project is running, it has been compiled successfully. Now if you go into the browser and just refresh this project, it's loading now. So you can see that the whatever HTML we have wrote inside the h1 tag, that will get rendered itself within the home component. So you see, it is saying this is the child component. This is what we wrote into the component, which is child, first child we have generated. So this is the child component. So this is how we generate a child component gets rendered within the parent component. This child component could be anything, a single page or order. So stay tuned for next tutorial. Thank you.